What's up, everyone, and welcome to Project X Talk Extra, your weekly podcast supplement from Project X Talk. My name is Kevin, aka the Muffin Mon, and it is here where we go over the news stories, whatever that didn't quite make the main show. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Physical Copy himself, Ethan. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, Kevin. How are you?
I am all right. Got some dry eye going on. It feels great staring at all these
This man
electronic
doesn't have eye drops
screens.
in his house. It's weird. Everyone, get
Why
eye
would
drops
you?
in your
You
house.
need them every 6 years.
Hey, it's good to have in the shelf.
Oh, we're also joined by the future esports player. I forget your actual name. Future of esports. That's what it was. Amon, what are you doing, buddy?
It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah. 'cause it's never
I'm
gonna
all right.
happen.
I'm doing good. What did you say? Come on, have some faith, guys. Come on. When I'm the esports champion, Project X Talk's gonna
Maybe
skyrocket.
you got to do a
in
Street
popularity.
Fighter esports.
I already tried that. That didn't work out.
No.
He's multi.
I'm waiting for the right game. I'm waiting for the
Multiverses.
right game.
Hey,
Yeah,
Capcom might
multiverses.
make you a good game.
He's gonna be a Batman main in multiverses and lead and you win that. That would be dope. All right. But we're not here to talk about multiverses. We are here to talk about Capcom. Specifically, an article from Jordan Midler over at Video Game Chronicle says Capcom suggests it could revive some of its dormant game series. Capcom, one of the largest publishers in Japan, has tons and tons of original IP, guys. But they continue to focus on blockbusters such as Resident Evil, and instead of new franchises or new series or new entries in franchises such as Lost Planet or Mega Man, they make new IP like Pragmata, which is scheduled to come out next year after being delayed. However, when asked specifically what plans the company has for its dormant IP, Capcom responded, quote, "We're currently putting together plans for our pipeline based on demand data from the market. Going forward, we will continue to take customers' wishes into consideration while devising our title lineup." So, guys, knowing this, I wanted to have a discussion. Capcom obviously make great games like Resident Evil, big blockbusters, but there are franchises that they've ignored for years now that have fans that want new entries. And I want to know, what games would you like to see come back? So, Amon, I want to throw it over to you first. Capcom, what is your big one that you want?
Marvel versus Capcom.
Okay.
That is probably that game was probably my childhood of fighting games. I remember
good
playing one of them on the Xbox 360. Absolutely amazing. I haven't played the recent one, which came out in 2017, but I would love it if they made a new one. So
Okay. That's a good
oh,
pick.
another one I would like to see is, I mean, they released a game like a couple of years ago, Devil May Cry. I really like that franchise. I think the newest entry was like 2019. I'd love to see a sequel.
Hardly dormant though.
Yeah.
Hardly. I was gonna say, I think that's one still getting regular
Yeah.
new titles in it. So, but
Yeah.
Marvel versus Capcom for sure. I think a lot of people would like that, especially MCU is huge right now. I'm not really sure why they're not cashing in on that market. Ethan, what are you
Yeah.
thinking?
So there's two game series that I'm looking at that I would like to see them resurgent. One of them is one I've actually played. The other one I have not because it was before my time. So the one that I've actually played is Dragon's Dogma. This was a high fantasy hack and slash JRPG type of game. Amon made a good point. It was kind of like stylistically a combination of God of War and Skyrim. I remember seeing that world and it being so big and so expansive and fun to play in. I just remember really good memories of playing Dragon's Dogma. I would love to see that game come into the new generation of consoles, maybe do a revamp of it, maybe update it a little bit, release it on Game Pass. That would be great. And then, in addition to having a Dragon's Dogma 2, that'd be wonderful. But there's also an IP that's been very dormant for a very long time. And, hate me all you want. I love World War II games. I know they're overplayed, but they had a series back in the 80s called 1942. It was kind of like a fighter plane sim for Navy battles. A lot of people actually like this game. I've heard of this game before. They came out with a game called 1943 later on, which was kind of the same thing based on the Battle of Midway. I would like to see a 1944. Where we get an actual cool kind of like Navy air battle simulator game. It's always some games that I've always wanted to actually work out. I played what's the Silent Hunter Wolves of the Pacific, which was kind of like a Navy sim, but they're very old. I would love to. I see you shaking your head, Kevin. You have no
Bro,
idea
what are you
I'm
even talking about right now?
I'm talking about good military simulation video games. Capcom has a history. That's kind of how they started with those type of games on very old consoles. I would love to see them get into that realm a little bit. You love tactical shooters and tactical games like turn-based combat. I think you would really like them.
Listen, Amon comes in here, Marvel versus Capcom, a reasonable pick. You're over here like back in the 1800s.
If
Capcom.
we're talking about dormant IPs, 1980s, that's
Bro,
dormant as hell. We
that
got to
ain't
bring
dormant.
it back.
That's dead. That's
No, it's
dead,
not
man.
dead. Nothing's ever dead in this world, Kevin. We know that.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be reasonable with what games I'm talking
How is
about.
Dragon's Dogma? I can
Okay.
understand
No,
the
Dragon's Dog.
1942.
Yeah. No. Dragon's Dogma is reasonable, which I
That's
think
a shout out.
I think they just launched an anniversary website for it. So
Did they really?
I saw some talk about maybe they're doing a anniversary or like a remaster or something.
Do you guys remember that huge Capcom leak that happened last year? I think.
Yeah, we
Some
covered
hackers
it.
hacked. Yeah. Dragon's Dogma 2 was on that list, so I
Really?
think it's possible. Yeah.
They did do a TV series on Netflix not too long ago.
Yeah.
Actually,
The
called
animated
Dragon's
one.
Dogma.
The animated
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So I mean, it would be interesting to see. I think there's some, there's people out there that want it, so it makes sense for them to make a second one.
Listen, Capcom has plenty of games that they need to bring back. Okay, Dino Crisis is a big one that people
I don't know
want.
any of these are either.
Dino Crisis? You never heard?
Nope.
You've heard of Dino Crisis? No,
no idea.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Bro, okay, so recently at the State of Play, there was that weird game where it was like Anthem and then dinosaurs are dropping from the sky. And you had to
okay.
So people thought this was like a new take on Dino Crisis because you're fighting dinosaurs. It has nothing to do with Dino Crisis, unfortunately. But Dino Crisis is one that needs to come back. I liked Lost Planet. I liked that as a series. I would like to see them update it because I do think some of the controls weren't the best back in the day.
Right.
It's available on like backwards compatibility, I'm pretty sure. So you can still play them and they're good, but I would like to see a new take on that. And then obviously the one I want the most is Mega Man, and not just regular Mega Man, okay? I want Mega Man Battle Network. I'm waiting for the collection, but Mega Man Battle Network is the best Mega Man to me. That is, he has the best aesthetic in Battle Network. I know some people are like, "Oh, X is better," but I like the gameplay of Battle Network the best because it's spoilers, guys. It's almost turn-based, but not really. Basically, what happens is you make a deck full of chips.
Oh, God, here we go. This is where you lose me.
You're on like a grid and you move Mega Man in real time. Like you can move along the grid and you have to put chips, all right? And then that'll determine what move he uses.
Sounds like a blast.
It's dope. It's amazing. Had a sweet cartoon anime. I don't really know. I watched it as a kid. I don't remember if it was anime or a cartoon, but Mega Man Battle Network. Also, Mega Man Zero, they just had a collection for that. I would love to see some sort of like new game based on Zero because he is awesome. The collection I haven't picked up yet. They're brutally hard games. From what people tell me anyway, I beat them all as a kid. I don't remember personally being like, these are brutally hard, but like maybe as a child, I was just like,
well, as a kid, you have no concept of time, so you can die over and over again and just not care.
It's true.
Nowadays, when we die, it's like, oh, I don't have time to die and do this all again. But
just have my Game Boy with me all the time. So
yeah, exactly.
I would love to see more in those Mega Man series. But yeah, guys, Dino Crisis, you got it. You gotta get on that. I want to shoot some dinos.
I mean, obviously, Mega Man is a good call out. I mean, everyone's always been clamoring for more Mega Man. It seems like every year there's some crazy rumor and people get fired up about it. But Lost Planet, I forgot about that game. I played Lost Planet 1 way back in the day, and I remember really liking the combat and really liking the story and the kind of world that it was in. But I do remember it being quite janky. Control scheme was weird. I didn't like it. That's why I didn't finish it. So it would be nice to see that game get a resurgence. I didn't play 2 or 3 though, so I don't know.
I didn't play 3. I played 1, and then I think I played the demo of 2. But the back when demos were a thing, remember getting discs, demo discs, and putting that. I'm like,
that's the good stuff right there.
Yeah. So, I think this is great. Capcom can keep. They have plenty of people that can keep focusing on pushing out those Resident Evils every year, but throw some fans of your other IPs a bone every once in a while. You know, Amon
Especially
is.
Mega Man. That's obviously one that everyone wants.
It's so interesting. Amon, have you ever played Mega Man? Is this like
No, never.
you've never played Mega Man?
Never
Wow.
played Mega Man.
Why not? Can you explain?
I don't know. It was not popular at my time, I guess. So yeah,
But
like back
mean,
then, I used to only get games based on popularity and what my friends were playing. So none of my friends were playing that. So
have you played the old like NES Mario games, like the old school ones?
nope.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
This is interesting. Okay, so I was just making sure that okay, then you're a little more forgiven for not playing Mega Man because Mega Man, I feel like kind of I wouldn't say he took a similar path to Sonic because I feel like Sonic games have deteriorated in quality over the years. And I wouldn't say Mega Man games have gotten worse. I just feel like Mega
It's gotten
Man fell
neglected.
out of favor with
Yeah.
the general audience. Like his games are still good, but him as a character fell out of favor.
I
It's
remember he crossed over with Sonic on an animated show. That's where I know him from. But yeah, that's how, that's how.
Yeah, Capcom has basically just neglected the franchise. That's why it fell out of favor with so many of the younger generation of gamers. But you know, I mean, there's still a lot of us out there that did play it when we were little kids, and we want to see it. And I think it'd be cool to reintroduce it to the world.
For sure. And I think some Mega Man games are going to be on the new PS Plus service. Hopefully, maybe. So keep an eye out. Just
Show idea.
maybe
Force him on to play retro games and see how he likes them. Let's do it.
Not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea,
Not
folks.
a bad
The future is
idea.
bright for us.
Yeah. If you guys want to see that future, head on over to patreon.com/Project Xbox. The goal will be up. The goal will be up eventually to force them on to play retro games. But Ethan, where can they find you until then?
They can find me at WhiteCedarOne on Twitter and Gravy3448 on Xbox.
Amon, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Amon_M05.
And you can find me at the Muffin Mon. It's a 1-7I and an 0-7A. Follow us at Project X Talk to stay up to date with all of our latest. Until next time, we'll see you. Goodbye.